What is the true meaning of family? This question takes us to a small town, to a couple named Sarah and James. Their love story is one of genuine affection, a testament to love's power to sustain us even in the face of adversity. They were not wealthy, but their wealth was their love for each other, their dream of sharing that love with a child of their own. However, dreams sometimes meet with obstacles. For Sarah and James, the obstacle was a medical condition that prevented James from fathering a child. It was a harsh blow, a challenge that threatened to overshadow their dream. The couple faced this news with heavy hearts, their dream seeming to drift further and further away. Yet, life has a way of surprising us, of bringing light into the darkest corners. For Sarah and James, this light came in the form of a friend, a ray of hope. Their dreams seemed to be slipping away until a ray of hope appeared. In comes Ethan, their close friend and a wealthy businessman. Ethan had known James since they were both knee-high to a grasshopper, and he had a deep admiration for Sarah's resilience and tenacity. When he learned of their plight, Ethan's heart went out to them. He saw in their eyes the unfulfilled dream of a family, a dream he had the power to help realize. So, he made the decision to become an anonymous donor. A decision that was as selfless as it was life-altering. He knew he would have to remain in the shadows, his identity forever obscured, yet he chose to help his friends. Sarah and James were over the moon when they learned of the anonymous benefactor. Their hearts were filled with joy and gratitude. It was as if all the pieces of their dream were finally falling into place. The love they held for each other, now magnified, was about to manifest into a beautiful child. Months passed, and Sarah found herself expecting a baby. The joy was overwhelming, the anticipation palpable. James too was ecstatic, his eyes gleaming with the prospect of fatherhood. Their dream was finally coming true, their love was bearing fruit. However, amidst all this joy, the relationship with Ethan began to change. He became distant, aloof, almost like a stranger. His once warm demeanor was replaced with a cold indifference. Sarah and James were left puzzled, unable to comprehend this sudden shift. Ethan, who had once been their pillar of support, was now an enigma. His actions were causing a rift, his aloofness casting a shadow over their joy. Yet, they held on to their gratitude, hoping that things would soon return to normal. But as we know, life has a way of throwing curveballs. The dynamics of their relationship with Ethan were about to take a turn, leading them down a path they had never imagined. Little did they know, the dynamics of their relationship with Ethan were about to change. As Sarah's pregnancy advanced, Ethan started to drift away. A cloud of unease began to hover over their once cheerful gatherings. His once warm and welcoming demeanor had turned cold and distant, leaving Sarah and James puzzled. Ethan, who had been their pillar of support, had now become a shadow of his former self. His laughter no longer filled their home, and his absence at their gatherings grew more noticeable. The change was sudden, unexpected, and left the couple with a gnawing sense of worry. One day, the truth came crashing down. Ethan, in a moment of vulnerability, confessed his feelings for Sarah. He admitted that he had been taken by her strength and grace, and in his mind, he had painted a picture where he would be the one to win her heart. He had hoped that his act of kindness, of helping them start a family, would have made her see him in a new light. But as time went by, he realized that his feelings were not reciprocated. This revelation was a blow to Sarah and James. Their friend, whom they had trusted and respected, had harbored ulterior motives. His confession left them feeling betrayed and hurt. Their dream of starting a family had been tainted with deceit and manipulation. In the aftermath of this unwanted revelation, Sarah and James knew they had to make a choice. They could not let Ethan's actions overshadow their love for each other and their unborn child. And so, they decided to distance themselves from him. They chose to leave behind the life they had built and move to Sarah's father's house, a place where they could focus on their growing family. It was a tough decision, but they knew it was the right one. They needed to step away from the shadows of their past and step into the light of a new beginning. Betrayed and hurt, they decided to start anew. They vowed to build a life filled with love and honesty for their child, leaving behind the wealth and status that had once seemed so important. The love they shared and their dream of a family were what truly mattered. They were determined to protect that dream no matter the cost. Sarah and James moved away to Sarah's father's house. This decision was born out of love and resilience, a love for their child, and the resilience to face any adversity that life threw at them. They knew that their 2-month-old son deserved a life filled with joy, warmth, and the unconditional love of a family. A family that, despite the odds, was determined to stay strong and united. Living under the same roof as Sarah's father, they found an ally, a pillar of strength. His wisdom and experience became their guiding light as they navigated through the uncharted waters of parenthood. Together, they created an environment that was loving, nurturing, and supportive, everything their son needed to thrive. Their new beginning was not without its challenges. The scars left by Ethan's betrayal were still fresh, the hurt still raw. But Sarah and James chose to focus on the future, on their son, and on the life they were building together. They found solace in each other's arms, and in the promise of a better tomorrow. As they settled into their new life, they began to leave behind the material trappings associated with their past. The wealth and luxuries of their former life with Ethan faded into insignificance. What mattered now was the happiness of their little family, the joy in their son's laughter, the warmth in their shared moments. In the quiet serenity of their new home, they found a sense of peace. They found happiness in the simplest of things, Sarah's lullabies that lulled their son to sleep, James's bedtime stories filled with adventures and life lessons, the shared meals, the family outings. Each day brought with it a new experience, a new memory to cherish. As they embraced their new roles as parents, Sarah and James discovered a strength they never knew they possessed. They realized that together they could overcome anything. They were a team, a formidable force driven by love and resilience. They were determined to turn the page on this chapter of their lives. For them, this wasn't just a new beginning, it was the start of an extraordinary journey, a journey filled with love, joy, and the promise of a beautiful future. In their new home, they built a life filled with happiness. Each day was a testament to the love and resilience they held as a family. They poured their hearts into raising their son, instilling in him the values they held dear. Sarah and James taught their son about the importance of honesty, kindness, and compassion. They showed him that love is not just a feeling, but a commitment to understanding and caring for one another. They told him stories of their journey, of the challenges they faced, and the strength they found in their love for each other. They nurtured his curious mind, encouraging him to learn and explore the world around him. Their son grew up surrounded by this love and wisdom. He was a reflection of their bond, embodying the qualities they had nurtured in him. His laughter filled their home, his curiosity sparked their own, and his love reminded them of the beauty they had created amidst their trials. As their son grew, so did the love between Sarah and James. They found joy in the simple moments, like watching their son play in the garden or sharing a quiet evening under the stars. Their love for each other continued to grow, filling their home with warmth and happiness. While they had faced betrayal from Ethan, they chose to focus on healing. They used their experiences as lessons, not only for themselves, but also for their son. They taught him that people could make mistakes, that feelings could be complex, but that it was essential to remain true to oneself and one's values. They let go of the past, allowing their wounds to heal slowly. The memory of Ethan's involvement in their lives became a distant echo, fading with each passing day. They realized that they didn't need the wealth or material trappings associated with their past. Instead, they found something far more valuable in their modest yet extraordinary life. They had something far more precious than wealth, an unbreakable family bond. This bond, forged through love, resilience, and shared experiences, was the true wealth they cherished. It was a testament to their journey, a symbol of their strength, and a beacon of hope for their future. As years passed, their story became an inspiration. Sarah and James, once entangled in a web of heartache, had found their way through the storm. Their journey was not just about becoming parents, it was a testament to their resilience, their unyielding courage in the face of adversity. Their story was a reminder of the power of love, the strength it gives in times of despair, the hope it kindles even in the bleakest of times. They taught us that family is not measured by wealth or status, but by the love and support that binds its members together. Their son, the light of their lives, was raised in an environment of unconditional love, nurtured with values of honesty, kindness, and compassion. Sarah, James, and their beloved son found happiness and fulfillment in their modest yet extraordinary life. They proved that love could conquer any adversities, and their story became an inspiration to all who heard it.